Hey everyone, Mike here once again, and welcome to my channel. We're actually here in Shelbyville, Tennessee during the test and tune and some autocross stuff. And they also have, and this is what I'm going to be doing right now with you guys, they actually have a portable dyno machine over there. So I'm going to take my Saturn Sky. As you all know, it's a normally aspirated 2.4 liter, so I'm not expecting much, but these are going to be my base numbers. The only thing I really have is a cold air intake. Everything else is stock. I should mean to say pretty much stock. Everything else is stock. So I'm going to get my base numbers here today, and then once I do my upgrades with the high flow cat and the exhaust and the injectors and all that kind of stuff, I'll go ahead and get it retuned and see what kind of, it's going to have a tuning, get it re-dynoed, and we're going to see how, what the difference is. So that being said, I'm going to go and head over there now. Smell my clutch.
The wet tires, I guess.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do, just to make sure that you're centered up before I strap you, take the e-brake off and put it in first, and slowly just let it roll a little bit, and then the car will kind of center up. Okay, it's good. Neutral, and then shut it off. Yeah, that sounds great. 2.4 liters.
Well, this is supposed to be 177, but I mean, now do you test both to the wheels and the engine, or just to the wheels? Okay, that's what I figure, 15% loss.
And then this is like a Mustang dyno, so usually reads like a little bit lower than what dyno jet would read.
Okay.
So a lot of people sometimes don't take that into account. If it's like 10 horsepower lower, that might be the reading.
Oh, okay.
There's a way for me to like show you what a dyno jet corrected number looks like.
Okay.
And I can print that out for you as well if you wanted.
Oh, okay, cool.
But for like especially if you're planning on coming back, like the best thing to do is just have the SAE, which accounts for humidity, temperature, and everything, and compare those same numbers. It's like the less correction factor you have when you're actually comparing, the better. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, so to start, what we're gonna have to do is roll out first gear. I'll make sure the straps aren't, they don't get loose or something.
Okay.
And then if it looks okay, I'll have you bring it up in the fourth gear.
Okay.
And roll it at 2,000 RPM.
All right.
As tight as you can, because then I have to hit a learn button, and we'll make sure that the RPM that it reads off of there matches here.
Okay.
That's how it calculates torque. And then once we know that that's reading right, I'll have you kind of flip it up to 3,500, just so I can check to make sure it's reading data properly.
Okay.
And after you bring it up to 3,500, you just bring it down to 1,500 and hold it, just leave it in fourth gear. And then when I give you a thumbs up, that's when you can do your first pull.
Okay.
Go as high as you want to go. And at the end of the pull, clutch in, put it in neutral, don't hit the brakes, the machine will slow it down.
Okay. Do I stop at so many RPM? Like when I redline it in fourth, or?
You can do it until redline.
Well, what gives you the real number? I mean, does it matter?
I mean, like, usually cars don't make power all the way to redline.
Yeah.
Some people don't even have a red line, so that's why I have to say, as far as you want, because if you just keep going, you could blow your motor up.
Yeah, okay.
But this car, you could go right to red line.
Okay.
And then just let out.
Okay, so I start it at 15 or 2,000, right? In
fourth gear.
Well, first gear to make sure it's working.
No, just right now you can start it up. We'll let you roll out first. Turn
Okay.
your traction control off.
Yeah, I don't even have that,
Okay,
so.
good.
Okay.
So just go ahead and let it roll like 15 miles an hour or something. E-brake off.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Okay, that looks pretty good. So go ahead and like your street drive, get it up into fourth. And now hold 2,000 RPM. Still on 2,000?
Yeah.
I say look up there. Can you see the RPM?
I'm just over 2,000 here. Wait, there's 2,000.
That's pretty good. Within 50 is a good number.
Where now?
So bring it up to 3,500.
Okay.
Bring it back down to 1,500.
So 1,500? Bring it down to 15?
Yeah, 1,500. Doesn't have to be exact. Just around there. Okay, I'm gonna hit the go button. When I give you a thumbs up, that's when you can go.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. So that was a 134 and 150 foot-pounds. So that's
What was the first one?
120.
Oh, okay, getting better.
And when I turn the smoothing off, because when we're doing this, it doesn't really smooth graph.
Uh-huh.
But we really want the smoothing off, and that gives you a little bit better peaks, and it shows you where the tune is,
It's
more
okay.
realistic. So I had expected to jump up a little bit more too.
One more time.
But yeah, we'll do one more pull here.
Okay.
You shut it off. It's like to make sure you're in neutral, because if I hit the brake when you're in gear, it'll just stall your engine.
Oh, that's not good.
So with your smoothing off, the last two were just typical for GM cars. I seem to find very consistent, and probably your real number. So right around 135 horsepower and 150-ish foot-pounds.
Okay.
I'll get this printed out and I'll email you a copy as well once I get a chance to get back home.
Okay, that'd be great. So there you go. That's the completion of my dyno pulls for my 2.4 liter base Saturn Sky. And even though the engine is rated at 177 horsepower, at the wheels I was getting just under 135 horsepower and just under, actually just over 149 foot-pounds of torque. So those numbers, from what I understand and what people have been telling me, that's actually fairly accurate. And it all depends on the dyno that you go to. It depends on the outside conditions. Is it humid? Is it hot? Is it cold? And all those types of things can factor in your horsepower and your torque rates at the whenever you get a dyno test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it dynoed again once I have the RPM Motorsports Stage 2 tune completed, along with I'm installing some larger fuel injection or fuel injectors, and I'm installing a high flow cat, And I'm also taking a Redline dual exhaust. I don't think this is going to make that big of a difference, but I just think it looks cool. But the a Redline dual exhaust and replacing my single exhaust base with that instead. So once the new dyno's done, I'm obviously going to come up with another video, kind of show that, and hopefully we get some increased numbers. I'm hoping that Stage 2 tune gives me, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15% gain in horsepower and torque. I'd be pretty satisfied with that. Obviously, I know everybody's saying about the turbo, oh, you know, it's not going to be like a turbo. I know that. It's not going to be like a turbo. But, you know, if I can make this engine work at its peak for what it can do, that's enough for me for now. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll add a turbo to it. Maybe I'll drop an LS engine in it. Or maybe I'll just go and get a Redline Sky and be done with it. But in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and have fun with this tune that happens now, and just have a good time with the car. That's what it's there for. That's why I bought it. So if you like this video, please hit subscribe, and there's a little bell somewhere near that subscribe button. Just click on that, then you'll be notified of any new videos that I come up with, especially if you're paying attention to this video and you want to see what the results are whenever I do the dyno next. And I'm also going to be videotaping the installation of the high flow cat, the dual exhaust, and the injectors, and everything else that's going on there too. So you definitely want to be aware of when that's happening. Like I said, hit subscribe, hit like. If you have any kind of comments or questions, please post them below. I try to answer all of them that I can, and I think that's going to be it.